celebrated Veterans Day this past week, and it was a chance to remember the often forgotten role of women during World War II. Women like 100-year-old Velma Jessie. At the Boulevard Senior Living Community in St. Charles, one resident believes you don't have to live forever, you just have to live.
I'd like to keep going.
100-year-old Velma Jessie is a mother, grandmother, and great-grandmother. She is also a veteran. Shortly after the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, the Florissant native confessed to her mom that she joined the military.
She told me to go back and unjoin. And I said, I can't, I already raised my right hand.
Velma was one of more than 150,000 American women who served in the WAC, the Women's Army Auxiliary Corps. She was a mess sergeant at Camp Upton, New York, where she learned the boys were polite after she heard one swearing.
And the sergeant said, hey fellas, we got ladies in here. And did you know they came up and apologized because they said, oh, we're sorry, we didn't mean that.
So many of those boys never came home. And it was a challenge for some who did.
I felt so sorry for them because some of those kids were like, they looked like my brother. They're like 18, 19-year-olds, and they didn't have no legs and arms. I mean, I saw quite a bit there that I shouldn't have. These pictures were all taken in 42 and 43.
At an age when most people are forgetful,
I had so many pictures.
Velma is still joyful about her time in the service, especially when it came to an end.
I felt great because we won. I mean, you should have seen on VJ Day and VEJ, it was just happy-go-lucky, you know.
With her husband, Gordon, who was career military, she traveled the world after raising her 5 children. And for her, the past will always be a present. The secret to making it to 100? She says, always keep going, and...
Probably my kids will tell you to drink screwdrivers.
3 of her favorite words are duty, honor, country. So our 2 words to Velma Jessie are thank you.
I've had a great life.
After the war, she used the GI Bill to go to business school, and for years she worked at a hardware store doing payroll. And a reminder, if you have an inspiring story or know someone making a difference, let me know at mbush@ksdk.com. The happy birthday song sounds a little different in sirens and horns. But extraordinary men deserve extraordinary celebrations. That's why family, friends, and even strangers showed up for a parade to honor Bud Jones, who's turning 99.
I didn't really even have to say very much. You say who he is and what he has done for his country and his community, and people just jumped right in.
Jones is a Missouri native who flew 117 combat missions in the European theater during World War II. Along the way, he earned 2 Distinguished Flying Crosses, 4 Air Medals, and the French Legion of Honor. Kelly Wittenauer, who arranged the celebration, first met him on a St. Louis honor flight to Washington, D.C.
I ended up sitting right next to him on the flight, and I just listened to his stories, and he pulled out his folder and he showed me all these pictures.
Back in his Wildwood driveway, Bud Jones couldn't figure out what all the fuss was about.
I just done what I was supposed to do, and to hear all these people come up and say, happy birthday to me.
Leading the parade was the Missouri State Highway Patrol because what we haven't told you yet is that after Bud Jones came home from World War II, he spent 30 years as a state trooper. Yet another reason that the parade seemed to stretch for miles.
As far back as I could see, there was lights and sirens.
A spirited celebration for a soft-spoken man.
I'm a country boy. I'm not used to this.
Hey, you're that important.
To Bud Jones, we say happy birthday to you. 4 words that become more important when they're followed by 5 more. Thank you for your service.
It was awesome.